Assalamualaikum dear students, hope you are well and healthy. Welcome to NIEVS Homeschool. This is Fatema Sabrin Shikha, Assistant Teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School, Morning Shift. Today I am going to take English class for the students of class 5 on the topic Unit 17, Lesson 1 to 8. I am repeating, today our topic is Unit 17, Lesson 1 to 8. Students, this is our 17th lecture and 10th homework. I'm repeating, this is our 17th lecture and 10th homework. Students, please take your textbook and writing elements. We are going to read the text and after that we'll do some exercise. So let's start. Students, open page number 66, Unit 17, name sport. Students, what can you see in these pictures? Look, some boys are playing and the name of this sport is kabaddi. And here another boy is cycling. This is another sport and game. And here what can you see? This is the picture of weightlifting. And here we find a girl who is the symbol of, yes, badminton. Here you can see she is a sportsman and her game is badminton. And in this picture what can you see? What they are playing? They are playing volleyball. And this is the most famous, we all know, this is cricket. Yes, and this is swimming. And here this is a ball and we call it football. The name of this sport is football. Now listen and say. Here we find a conversation between Baichong and Anusha. This conversation starts with Baichong and he asks, "Do you play or do any sports?" In reply, Anusha says, "I love badminton. I play with my family on weekends. I also go swimming and cycling a lot." Baichong says, "I play cricket and I do weightlifting." Anusha asks, "Weightlifting? Are you strong?" Baichong says, "Not very, but I want to get stronger. My brother is very strong." Anusha says, "My brother is strong too. He plays kabaddi and volleyball. He's good at sports." Baichong says, "I'd like to try kabaddi. I'd also like to learn how to play volleyball." Anusha says, "Volleyball is exciting, but I like playing football more." Baichong says, "I love football too, but not as much as cricket. That's my favorite sport." So in this conversation, two persons are talking about their favorite sports and what they want to play, what is exciting game. They exchange their ideas about different sports. Now students, come to page number 68, Unit 17, sports. What can you see in this picture? This is the picture of a flag. So now I'm going to read the text. The Olympic Games is the biggest sports competition in the world. The Olympics are held every 4 years in a different host city. More than 200 nations send a total of about 13,000 athletes to compete in more than 30 different sports. The first Olympic Games was held in Greece almost 3,000 years ago. The modern Olympic Games started in 1896 and there have been 31 Olympic competitions since then. We can see the flag of Olympic Games and this is the biggest sports competition in the world. The Olympics are held every 4 years in a different host city. So these sports not held in every year. After every 4 years, we can watch or we can compete in these games. More than 200 nations sent a total of about 13,000 athletes to compete in more than 30 different sports. So in Olympic Games, there are more than 30 different sports, and anyone can participate here from another country, and it is about more than 200 nations. The first Olympic Games was held in Greece almost 3,000 years ago. So when was first Olympic Games held? The first Olympic Games was held in Greece, and it was about 3,000 years ago. The modern Olympic Games started in 1896. I'm repeating, the modern Olympic Games started in 1896, and there have been 31 Olympic competitions since then. Now students, we have to give answer of these questions. Our first question is, how often are the Olympics held? You know how often are the Olympics held? We know the Olympics are held every 4 years. After every 4 years, we can watch or we can participate in Olympic Games. So the answer will be the Olympics are held in every 4 years. The Olympics are held in every 4 years. Now question number 2. How many countries compete in the Olympics? I'm repeating, how many countries compete in the Olympics? So students, do you know how many countries? Look here, more than 200 nations or countries participate in Olympic Games. More than 200 nations or countries. So as our question says countries, we have to write countries, not nation. So we can write the answer like this: more than 200 countries compete in the Olympics. I'm repeating, more than 200 countries compete in the Olympics. Now come to question number 3. How many athletes compete in the Olympics? So you'll find this answer here. The first Olympic Games was held in Greece almost 2,000 years ago. We know, and more than 200 nations sent a total of about 13,000 athletes to compete in more than 30 different sports. So here we find the answer, 13,000 athletes. So the answer will be a total of 13,000 athletes compete in the Olympics. I'm repeating, a total of 13,000 athletes compete in the Olympics. Now come to question number 4. How many sports are there in the Olympics? The question is, how many sports are there in the Olympics? So we can write the answer like this: there are more than 30 different sports in Olympics. There are more than 30 different sports in Olympics. Here we find the answer, compete in more than 30 different sports. So it will be the answer. And now come to question number 5. When was the first Olympics? When was the first Olympics? So our answer will be, the first Olympics was held almost 3,000 years ago. I'm repeating, the first Olympics was held almost 3,000 years ago. And number 6, when did the modern Olympic Games begin? Question number 6, when did the modern Olympic Games begin? And the answer will be, the modern Olympic Games began in 1896. The modern Olympic Games begin in 1896. Students, you will get the answer here. The modern Olympic Games started in 1896. So here we can't write begin. The question is in past tense. That's why we have to write begin. If the question is in present tense, we have to use present tense, and if the question is in past tense, we have to answer in past tense. Now students will do fill in the blanks. So for this you have to go to page number 69. First one is given, the Dash Olympics was held in Athens, Greece. So in the gap you have to write first. The first Olympics was held in Athens, Greece. Number 2, the United States was the host country of the dash Olympics. So can you guess which one you have to write in the gap? The United States was the host country of the 10th Olympics. In the gap you have to write 10th Olympics. In number 3, dash was the host of the 17th Olympics. So from this you have to collect information. Number 3 will be Italy. Italy was the host of the 17th Olympics. Number 4, the 20th Olympics was held in dash. So in number 4, the answer will be Germany. The 20th Olympics was held in Germany. Number 5, the host country of the dash Olympics has a blue and yellow flag. Okay, so in number 5 we have to say 5th. The host country of the 5th Olympics has a blue and yellow flag. Number 6, the dash Olympics was hosted by Mexico City. So in number 6 we have to say 19th. The 19th Olympics was hosted by Mexico City. And in number 7, the 14th Olympics was held in dash. And the answer will be London. The 14th Olympics was held in London. And in number 8, Paris was the host of the dash Olympics. Paris was the host of the 8th Olympics. Students, look, this is the sequel of Olympics 1, 5, 8, 10, 14, 17, 19, 20th, and here years are given, and the name of host city are given. If you read this, you will be able to answer this. Now I am saying the answer again for the filling the blanks. First one is first, second 10th, third Italy, fourth Germany, fifth number will be fifth, sixth gap will be 19th, 7 number gap will be London, and 8 number gap will be 8. Now students, I am providing your homework. Your homework will be fill in the blanks. Your homework will be this, fill in the blanks. And don't forget to write the lecture number and homework number with the submission date. Students, our lecture number is 17 and homework number is 10. Students, please do your homework and don't forget to submit your homework copies. Guardians or anyone else can come to school and can submit your homework copies. That's all for today. Hope you have understood today's topic. Keep practicing at home and abide by your parents. Stay well and see you again. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.